What's up, everybody? We are back again. You got Chris with the color changing lights. I got kinds of some fluorescence going on here in the studio. Warp Charge Gaming, episode 35. That might have been last week. Pretty sure it's 35 at this point, though. And welcome to the Thursday night talk show. I'm glad you could make it this week, Chris.
Me too, man. I actually, partway through the day, forgot it was Thursday, if I'm honest. And then I was like, oh, man, it was 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's that time again. Give you a little boost to your volume there. So, yeah, it's, I guess we got, it feels like we got chapter approved this week. I don't remember the exact day it came out. But chapter approved and the campaign book, the Something Vigilus.
Yeah, the Vigilus book.
I've read the rules that pertain to my factions more than I memorized the title of the book.
Yeah, I can believe that.
Mhm.
I mean, you know, it's kind of a return of one of these supplements where we're seeing formations and stuff essentially come back into the game.
Yeah, totally. Chris, is your mic as close to your talking thing, your mouth, as it can be? You're a little quiet.
Can you hear me any better now?
Yeah. All right, just
Cool.
checking. But yeah, it's a we got chapter approved. We got this book that I think there's Gene Stealer's got some love in that book there. Did you check that out?
I mean, I've checked a little bit, but still kind of it still seemed to me like a lot of things that were like reductions in costs and whatnot were not as pertinent to things that I was hoping for, you know? Like I think really the codex is gonna make or break stuff.
Oh, we got Carson jumping in. What's up, Carson?
Oh,
welcome.
my.
Welcome.
Hello.
I'm pulling up the Vigilus Defiant. Did the Necrons get any love in that book?
What? I don't know about Vigilant. I know we got some love in chapter approved.
Yeah, you said tons of points.
Like mass point drops, but of course everybody got points dropped, so it's like, what's the point?
Seems like yours was pretty significant, though.
Yeah, I mean, even with everybody else getting points dropped, I still think we benefited highly.
Right. Yeah, I'm checking out the. I'm trying to see if you got any Necron love. I don't think you actually did. It was a lot of Imperium, and a little bit of
Eldar.
Xenos. Orcs got something too.
Oh, what are you talking about? Love exactly? Like rules or just point drops?
Did you get any? Because there's these.
So
the cool thing is that they, instead of formations, people were talking about formations coming back.
Oh yeah, I haven't looked at formations at all yet.
They came up with, instead, it's not actually formations. You pay command points to take a specialist attachment. And for the amount of and it's usually only like one command point. So like you spend the command point before the game begins, and you choose a detachment that, and the units within inside that detachment that has the keyword that it specifies will gain these specialist capabilities, particularly a new warlord trait, a new relic, and 2 to 3 stratagems. So all the factions that are in here that did get something, like the Windrider host, they gave the Eldar like the Wraith host back.
Did they give Necron that though?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for right now. They gave Orcs.
I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, they gave Orcs a bunch of Speed Freak stuff. They gave Orcs a sweet Stompa detachment and made the Stompas have some viability.
Oh, Stompa. Heavy constructs coming for you, bro.
They gave a lot to the. I dig both the Space Wolves and the Orc specialist detachments that are in the Vigilus book. I'm excited for the next one. I guess book 2 is going to be most of the chaos type stuff.
Where's James at?
He is going to be on shortly, he said. Gene Stealer Cult got some rules too.
Oh, it is only 9:05. I guess I'm still right on time.
Yeah, we're right on time.
I thought I was late.
I'm trying to find the Gene Stealer rules too, because they did. Oh, here we go. Maybe it's the Anointed Throng. Indeed. So you got the.
Lay it on me, George.
You got the
Lay it on him.
Anointed Throng and the Deliverance Blood Surge. Okay,
what does it do?
So you got 2 different specialist attachments. So remember, you're gaining a warlord trait, you're gaining a relic, and you're gaining stratagems. So it looks like the first one is affecting abominants, aberrants, and They gain you give it to a detachment that you got abominants and a barons in. They become an anointed throng for 1 command point, and then you get these.
Oh man, it sounds good.
And then you get these 2 new stratagems: devotion till death and fight for the anointed one. Okay, so
What does it do?
I'm learning right now with you. So use the stratagem at the start of the fight phase.
Let's find out.
Pick an anointed throng aberrant unit from your army. Until the end of that phase, when a model from that unit is slain, that model is not removed from the battlefield as normal, but can instead immediately pile in and fight, even if it has already been chosen to fight in the fight phase. So it looks like models that you got going on with him get to fight before they die.
What up, James?
What up, James? How you doing?
Doing all right,
sir.
We're getting right in. We got Carson.
Is that like faction specific? Like we didn't get.
So like right now we have the first campaign book of like 8th edition. We're talking about Vigilus right now.
Yeah.
And what they
Tyranids didn't get anything in that.
And
book,
instead
for
of
example,
formations,
like certain factions.
Yeah. So it's only like right now it's like Genestealer, Cult, Orcs, Eldar, and Imperium, including Space Wolves. And there's a ton for the Imperium. Everybody, like Chaos, has to still wait for the next one, and we don't necessarily know where we're gonna get, if we're gonna get Necron love, Harlequins.
We're gonna get Necron love eventually.
Well, the cool thing is,
George, where's your camera at? Also,
oh, you got to watch YouTube to see me.
Oh,
some
damn.
Shenanigans. Yeah. Well, we're gonna be PowerPointing.
I'll be on there.
We're going to PowerPoint some YouTube stuff here in a minute, too. We got some cool images to show and parts of the conversation. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Good to have you. Yeah, so what's cool, y'all, and it's cool to have you, Chris, Carson, all you guys in here right now, because we are particularly focused on miniature wargaming right now. The last several episodes have been extremely satiated with 3D printing conversation. I just want to make a quick shout-out that this week was our very first episode for Table Top Alchemy, so we're doing another talk show now on Monday nights. Yeah,
George, I kind of want to add what 3D printers did you end up getting?
Oh, here we go. I just said we have a new live show, and Carson wants to talk about 3D printing.
Well, because I was really interested in 3D printing, and then you actually got like, gung ho into it.
Dude, you got to catch us on the Monday night show. No, I'm just kidding. But we have the Creality CR10Ss, and James and I, between the two of us, have 3 of them. James is getting ready to get an Ender 3, the more budgeted version of a printer. And, we've been going hella into it. This week was our first episode, talking for an hour, going nuts on all things.
I'm really glad that this 3D printed podcast is going, but I am raging on some 40k stuff right now.
Yeah. So let's
let off, Britt. Let off, Ferrer. I don't care.
Gordita's laughing. Wrong night. Indeed.
Yeah. Let's 3D printing can be put aside. What do you have to say?
Let's get back to the subject at hand. In fact, I just want to call out.
You look like you need a haircut, Chris.
Yeah.
Listen, I probably do need a haircut.
I need a haircut.
Shenanigans. Who needs a haircut inside of 40k? It's the Grim
James.
Nobody.
Never.
All of the Space Wolves.
That beautiful locks.
Yeah.
Dirty locks.
Yeah. But so we got this cool new mechanic. Instead of formations, it's you pay command points to get warlord traits, relics, and additional stratagems on specialized attachments. It's cool. It's exciting. Chapter.
That's all races.
That so far we only have the Orcs, the Genestealer Cult, the Eldar.
Necrons, or get the fuck out. That's what I'm saying.
So the cool
Carson, to give you an idea, like I was playing against Connor the other day with my new chapter approved list, and he must have paid like 600 points or something for this Eldar like biker conclave, and my Swarmlord double moved, paid 3 command points, fought twice, and just ate like 600 points in 1 turn. It was amazing. I don't know what that conclave does, but I don't know if they're worth your time.
I don't know what you're doing, but looks like you're walking around in a circle. Like with that webcam.
Yeah, Ice Wolf said, looks like Chris is on MTV Cribs again.
Sorry, guys. I'm just kind of pacing since I'm not using the computer.
All right, Chris,
I like that ceiling light. Ooh, and the vent. Whoa.
Chris, you just calm your ass down. Let's get on the topic of 40k in general. This isn't the Tyranid takeover time.
Necron take over
we
time.
don't
How
need-
about that?
we
How
don't need the
about that
more
Seraphact
pylon.
construct, bro?
Let's talk. We can't even talk about chaos because our points just went up, and we didn't get any love in the new book. Now, of course, there's demons. You know,
Seraphact construct is God.
So who has actually gotten in game since chapter approved drop of 40k?
Necrons, bro.
I
obviously.
have played around with making a list, but yeah, I haven't got to play yet.
I'm just.
Oh
kidding.
man,
I've
only gotten in 2 games.
Just been playing Commander, you know.
I've gotten in 0 games since like the beginning of this year.
Listen, man, you got to play more 40k. Your
Yeah,
next
obviously.
your next big event is going to be, the Invitational.
George's birthday.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys
exactly.
mentioned that. Let me just take a moment to.
No,
pull up-
I want to play
have an
before
image.
that.
Notice the Warp Charge Gaming Invitational. Well, I was just talking about that and actually set the date. We have yet to. We're going to make a quick flyer and stuff, but I guess this year we're going to do the Warp Charge Gaming Invitational at Battlegrounds. So we'll probably remove the invitational portion of it, but it will be the 3rd annual time
What's the
we've done the
date?
tournament. February 2nd on Saturday at
Ooh.
Battlegrounds. Got that solidified. Looking forward to it, but it's fun because I did pull some images up to do a little reminiscing as times we're about to flip a year, and there's several videos that I went back to and got to enjoy because one, we got Adepticon coming up, we got the Warp Charge Gaming Invitational. So if you go back to some special features,
You remember all
and
those old
videos,
Necron videos you made? Those were the good old days.
that was way back when every video was edited. But yeah, we're gonna be going to Adepticon soon, and there's some real kick-ass videos from back in the day where we did the party at Adepticon. You can watch the Space Wolves and just us kind of time lapse through the venue. You can see the final matchup at the team tournament, and you can also listen to Drunk Chris and I do the commentary for the final matchup.
Chris and I, nice.
Matt Root and
Good grammar.
Nick Nanavati. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, my grammar was not so good at that point, I don't think.
But
I'm pretty sure.
To be more relevant to the right now too, there's some tournaments coming up this weekend. For instance, we've been playing a lot of Commander. Chris and I actually just filmed 2 bat reps that you can see.
Those games were crazy, man. Both those
crazy.
games were nuts.
They've been blowing up with some comments, and I want to talk a little bit about that. But we got Kill Team Commander.
I like how you said blowing up because that was pertinent to one of our games.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we had some crazy matches that came down to the very end with some wild shenanigans. But Chris, there's been a lot of good. If you go back and check the comments, there's a lot of instances that we had some good corrections come up. A few things.
Oh man.
Yeah, so you might find it entertaining. One of the coolest things that came up though that I was going to mention on the show tonight, and I mentioned so in a comment, was that someone brought up the fact of obscurity versus line of sight in Kill Team. And people, and including myself, and just, I always find it amazing how I've played a buttload of games with a buttload of people, and there's certain things that I'll find that I got wrong and realize that all those other people are playing it wrong too that I've played against. And particularly it's the obscurity and line of sight getting mixed together when they're actually 2 separate things in Kill Team. If you look up the obscurity rule, that's when it dictates that only the body parts, the main body of the model counts for the head, arms, and legs and everything. But
but you can still see arms and stuff for line of sight.
Yeah, so seeing something's one thing, judging obscurity is another. Yeah, so that can make a big difference.
That's a good distinction. That's a very good distinction.
Indeed. So that was a nice call out. There was things like what the fight twice stratagem in our battles were meant to be done at the end of the phase. Things of that nature, and including I looked up the combat specialist tactic, and it wasn't to fight again, but to have someone fight kind of out of their turn for only 1 command.
Okay, so it is an interrupt for 1.
Yeah, it is an interrupt, but there is a fight again stratagem called and that's the one that it's in the starter set. It's like adrenaline surge, something like that. So you still had it. It's just at the end of the phase. But yeah, so there's a lot of interesting comments on there. I've been loving the information that I've been able to. There's a lot of rules that I've been able to check myself on, so not to mess up again. Thanks to the help of our community out there, and gotta say we appreciate that. Here's a couple of the thumbnails to the battles that we had. Thousand Suns versus Tyranids and Grey Knights versus Tyranids. The Grey Knight one was nuts because we both took the exact same level 3 Fortitude commander. and
we
almost
literally
in pain.
going into the game. I told George, I was like, I'm gonna try something wonky, and he was like, I'm trying something kind of weird too, and like we ended up basically trying the exact same thing, just different factions.
Yeah. Oh no, Icewolf just broke my heart. He said, "Oh no, not more kill team." Oh, my heart broke.
Yes, Ice Wolf.
Career, what's with the blue light in your room? You got like a black light up in there?
I like backlit the whole room. I've just been having too much fun with it.
That's funny.
I've got like the entire I've got like my whole setup like on one remote.
No, I just did a job today where we refinished the floor and every single light in the house was replaced with a black light. Just like
Oh goodness. Well,
it was weird.
We should. I feel bad for Icewolf, so we're gonna flip back around to Kill Team because I have a few more things to talk about there. But
I thought he didn't like kill teams.
I thought he wanted to talk.
Yeah, we'll give him some 40k. I know it's late as hell in the Netherlands. James, I want to bring you into the conversation, bro. Maybe
Yeah, James, are you ready to paint this fucking heavy construct that I'm about to send you?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's show some of James's recent paint work he's done over the week. Here's the Night Haunts that he just finished up, looking super sexy. Yeah, these looked really good, James. What any particular challenges or things that you had in mind that you were happy to see come together? What's the word?
Lots of like glazing layers. That's about it. Like took longer than I expected.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're pretty, man.
5 doll hairs.
Chicken bone.
Yeah, look at that chicken bone.
Oh man, thanks, buddy.
Always the loyal few.
Thanks, dog. Way too focused on Kill Team right now. See, I'm torn. Icewolf, I'm sorry, you're not throwing $5 around, dog.
George, you want some of my money? I'll give you some.
I mean, we're gonna change over to the Necron conversation for is it $5 per topic?
If that's what it takes to talk about pylons, I'll pay it.
I sincerely want to hear like everyone's
Where's Matt?
faction
Is Matt
kind
in
of
here?
thoughts on like their own reductions.
Yes. Well, let's, one thing I think that's funny, we were talking about rule clarification. Let's try to keep it cohesive. We talked about talking about the rule clarifications in our Kill Team Bat Reps. Well, additionally, we were just having a long conversation today on our Facebook thread between the Warp Charge Gaming homies about particular rules that popped up in chapter approved. That was the core of the topic, as it kept coming back to the equalizer, was that more pylons was the main focus. But yeah, we were having a little discussion today.
There was no discussion, George.
Court was
more pylons.
If you guys were tuned in last week, you would me and James passionately talked about stepping up or standing up or what to do in the circumstance of coming across someone who is trying to dominate with the rules.
You take your rule book and you bash them over the fucking skull cap.
This is a perfect example of where someone could try to force upon you because of their stature the way that a rule is read, but then when you go and check it yourself, you're like, that's not right. Sometimes everybody can mess up, and I don't want to name names or anything, but there's a prominent,
he didn't want to name names.
There's a prominent.
Do we have
podcast.
sound clips?
Yeah, I got sound clips, dog. So we gotta be peaceful while it plays. But we had a prominent podcast, and it was definitive in how these new chapter approved rules read. And
I thought it was. One
of our buddies was taking it almost to a level of just blindly, like, hey, these guys.
No, it was so blindly.
It was blindly.
That there's a box that has showed up like on my doorstep that he wants painted.
This is for you, Icewolf. We're talking about 40K.
Oh, what's that? Ooh.
So blinded.
Eldar.
So we're talking about the flyers, right? So in this prominent podcast, one of the big topics that they continually brought up without elaborating on is just saying that the boots on the ground rule has changed in 40K in chapter approved, particularly, that it made it so that and let's make it clear that the boots on the ground rule doesn't have anything to do with flyers anyways, besides like whether you can control as far as it doesn't have to do with the sudden death rule. Let me throw it up on the screen. So you're seeing on the screen 2017 and 2018 where it says boots on the ground, and it's basically the exact same writing. But this gentleman in this podcast I'm going to play for you now was saying that it was changed, and let me just play it. So everybody hold tight for a minute.
You play it.
I don't know if it's playing.
Yeah, I didn't hear
It's
shit.
not.
What the
not.
hell?
I hear nothing.
It's like it's not there now. Oh dang! I didn't even have it. I was all ready to rock and roll.
Oh man.
I gotta load the video up. Wah, wah. That sucks. But I got it right here.
I do see a pretty sexy pic of you and Bobo.
Oh, that's because we're talking about the cheesy bastards, right? Well, now it's gonna show the damn. Yeah, I know what to do. I don't want to show the where it came from. If you listen to podcasts and stuff, you should probably already know. So here we go.
I have no idea what
there was a
podcast
change
that
to
is,
Boots on the
personally.
Ground that I know
I've
Mitch
never
is going
listened
to
to
talk
that
about a little
podcast
bit later.
prior to today.
The big thing, though,
and I
is
was
the
told
change to Boots on the
nonsense.
Ground.
So then I listened to it.
It's playing.
And
Boots
I
on the
was like,
Ground has
"Oh,
been
it's
changed
nonsense."
so that if you kill everything else on the table and you only have flyers left, you do not lose, which is a huge change.
I'm
My
not hearing
second
anything,
complaint is the change to Boots on the Ground.
It was sneaky, and I don't even know that people noticed it at first.
Yeah, it's actually one of the ones I want to put
YouTube.
on. That might not still be there in 2 weeks.
I can't share it.
Yeah, I
But
actually
the fact they don't talk about it at all, it just happened, looks like a missing
You're
paragraph.
both muted.
There was a change to Boots on the Ground that I know Mitch is going to talk
did my
about a little bit
best.
later.
Hopefully
The
that
big
plays
thing,
for you.
though, is
Oh, no.
the change
Now I
to
just
Boots
showed
on the
where
Ground.
podcast came from. Well, anyways.
Shots
fail.
fired. We don't back down. Double down on this, George. You're wrong.
Technical errors.
Yeah, anyways, I failed. I was trying to be a producer and I didn't do a great
Put
job.
him on blast.
But basically what went down is these guys swear that the only reason we're passionate about it is because we had a passionate discussion today in our thread that these guys were right about something that they were incorrect about. And that was particularly
They're right about something, they're wrong.
Yeah, when you kill all the flyers, or when you kill everything on the board but flyers, then in sudden death rules, which I have pulled up right here for you, when the sudden death rules are that if there's nothing left on the board but flyers on it for an opponent, then they lose the game. There was an FAQ at one point where it used to be like flyers, and they FAQ'd it to be like the flyer battlefield roll, which is important. So it wasn't just like if you just had wave serpents you lost. It's like the flyer battlefield roll. And they said over and over again in that clip that it was with the boots on the ground rule that it had changed.
Had not changed.
It had not changed. And we looked everywhere.
And I don't play
find
at all.
otherwise.
And I'm noticing this.
I mean, yeah, it's like everything points pretty obviously, but they said it more than 3 times in the video about such goodness there.
Oh, and because of their rank as far as ITC is concerned, and like their status in the community, it was taken as gold. And I was like, no, that's not true. So I had to bring proof to the table. And that's what happens when someone's so confident that they are right about a rule that is clearly wrong.
Where do you get off
just pull
showing
out the
your
rulebook.
facts?
Yeah, I know, man. Showing facts, it's crazy. So guys that are buying flyers to think like you can just spam flyers and you're not going to get tabled, please keep doing that. And I hope to see you soon.
Bringing back the night scythe, bro. Necron. Croissant list.
Oh yeah, you gonna bring 9 of them?
Exactly.
I just was reading through the comments and saw Gordito he's like, oh, George finally got it. George won. Ice Wolf 0. Ice Wolf, I'm picking on you, bro. But thanks, Gordito. I'm glad I talked some good shit for a second.
Yeah.
Those once loyal says that boots the boots thing is just a typo. People are always trying to game the game. I hope that I got the audio to come through.
But where's the typo? I don't even see
There's
the
no
typo.
typo.
There is no typo, yeah.
The confusion is, and I know the confusion, is because that FAQ came out at the same time as Boots in the Ground came out. So people associated the same thing because it fixed the problem of like the 4 Fire Raptors Gilliman. People were running that early on in 8th edition at ATC, and it dominated. But the problem was, as soon as you killed the dude on the ground, like these flyers just continue to wreak havoc. So they put boots on the ground to make sure that they can't get objectives in any way, because people were flying up flyers up on objectives for those like hold more, score more, or kill more type deals. So with those 2 rules coming out at the same time, people thought they were the same thing when they're clearly different. And that's why when Ali said that boots on the ground changed, I was like, you're silly. It didn't change. You're just forgetting the other rule.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, it was mainly funny at how the main point that I wanted to bring up with it was just that how that is a thing that people will. It's just like when you see like headlines in like your Facebook feed or something, and you're like, you just read the subject line and call it, and then insert it in your brain as the way things are without even looking into it yourself. Don't trust the internet, including us.
And those ones
Don't trust podcasts. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, if you're not
Don't
playing
trust you
sudden,
guys. I don't trust any of you.
if you're not playing sudden death rule, which I've actually heard of tournaments doing prior to any chapter approved mission saying such, then yeah, it doesn't come into effect. Like the flyers are still like part of the table because you can't be tabled. Like all your dudes can be off the board, but like if you still scored more points in the beginning, you're still going to win the game.
Those once loyal made a good point here, James. He says, "Do you guys think that sudden death rule?"
That's what I was just referring to, dude.
I wasn't following you all the way. Okay, got you. So yeah, you're saying that
if you're because there's tournaments they don't do sudden death to encourage people to not table others, and that's always been like a case with tournaments here and there. Most ITC still has sudden death. So it comes down to, are they going to change and take away sudden death or not? Because the chapter approved recommends not to have sudden death because of the way the missions are.
Yeah.
So if people are thinking about going to tournaments that play those missions without sudden death, then yeah, your flyers will definitely come into play. But Adepticon's not that way. Nova's not that way.
ITC, yeah.
ITC's not that way.
Yeah.
So it's the same predicament as it has been. But people haven't thought about it because sudden death comes into very rarely now. That there's no alpha strike, kill you right away. I mean, games are taking so much longer now because the game doesn't start until turn 3 or 4.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's that's exact. I think that's exactly what he was saying. So maybe that is where they were getting off with that, and I guess you could. That's something to caveat back to Ali because obviously he feels passionately that they wouldn't say it for no reason, and maybe that was the reason. Because otherwise, it's hard to even dictate.
Everybody says anything for no reason.
It was hard to even pull. Why would they? Where did they even get that? But I do know that they changed some of those the core rule missions that I didn't even pay attention to because it doesn't even matter.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I only go to one place that played chapter approved missions, and they had sudden death on there. So the next time I go there, it might make a difference. But that's a fun game place anyways, that no one's trying to power game and abuse the fact that they can have 9 flyers.
Sure.
9 flyers. Jeez.
I don't want to play somewhere that there isn't somebody trying to run 9 flyers.
Jeez, Chris, you're still here? I thought you left.
I don't know. His pink room.
Nice. I'm trying to see what's going on here. Gordy,
it's like a gay strip club in his room. He's just muted right now, so you can't hear the disco music.
Nice.
You know me too well, sir.
I do. I know it. If I was there, I'd be making dollar bills.
Hey-o.
So, Carson, what's your favorite new units now that chapter approves applied?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Like Matt says, a lot of the light armor Necron vehicles got a huge buff between the Annihilation Barge and the Doomsday Arc and even the Tesseract Arc, which is Forge World. Points drops all around. I didn't even realize that the Pylon got a points drop until just today.
Yeah, that's
and that's 75 points.
Yeah, dang.
Yeah, well, it was at 475. They put it to 550 last chapter proof, and they brought it back down to 475.
Well, that just proves how long it's been since I've played, James.
I feel bad.
I didn't even realize that it went down in points until somebody pointed it out.
See, I've actually thought long and hard about what's going to fix Necrons, because this point increase just kind of made them okay. They're still not competitive. But I think if they came out with a stratagem in one of these campaign books that was 2 command points, and after a unit was killed, you were able to then re-roll. You were able to roll the reanimation. If that was 2 command points, think about it in the fight phase, the shooting phase, you'd be burning through command points pretty quickly. But you would be able to bring back your 6-man destroyer unit that just got murked, and their last round of shooting in the shooting phase, and they were like, oh yeah, and then you just roll 3 5s up on that, and you just bring half of the unit back.
What about the heavy construct? Has Matt, commissioned you to build one?
Dude, he's not even gonna get one. It's a $300 model. It'll be
I want to get one. I'm waiting for Christmas. If my wife hasn't already gotten me one, I'm gonna get one.
Nice.
And then I know he was messing around with the 2 pylon lists because now that
that's not gonna work. No.
Not gonna work now that you can't deep strike it turn 1. You have to wait till turn 2.
Yeah.
Like you starting them on the board, you just made it so bad for yourself. Like it's too many points.
That's what I'm saying.
Shots.
Like a bear unit of Gene Stealers can wreck a pylon. Like 20 Gene Stealers can destroy a pylon in one charge.
You're not wrong.
Dude,
I know I'm not wrong, Chris. You've been there.
hey,
You've been there wrecking my pylon.
30 Zangors could do it turn 1.
Oh yeah. Same with Gene Stealers. I'm not doubting the ability to destroy a pylon turn 1.
Yeah, we're talking about combat games. That's not even shooting. That's not even something shooting it across the board.
Those ones.
That's why I want to try the new Forge World, the fucking heavy construct.
I mean, it'll definitely look tight on the board. Those once loyal made a call out that reminds me of what I've read from some other folks too. Is Necrons and Space Marines just need a redo on their codex at this point. Even adding Forge World stuff is not enough to make bigger competitive lists. I recall seeing quite a few people mentioning how disappointment of chapter approved is still, they feel like if you want to take like Space Marines, you need to bring a soup list, or even demons.
Yeah,
the soup is still prevalent, and it's not. If you really take a pride in an individual chapter, you still it's not sufficient on its own.
Dude, but Necrons, like even this amount of points drops was seen as kind of like a revamp for our whole faction.
Oh yeah, it took you from the bottom tier to like a mid-tier army now, for sure. But it's still not competitive.
Yeah, it's not
like,
enough.
I'm being real with you. Like I'll still do work on my Chaos Space Marines against them, and I can't even make a competitive list now with Chaos Space Marines. Can't do it. Impossible. I've looked at any combination. You can't do it. I have to wait for this next book coming out in March.
There's always next year.
Yeah, I mean, I can make a good demon list. I can make a great demon list, but I can't make a good Chaos Space Marine list.
I'm all about robots, bro.
I understand.
I know. More pylon.
Yeah, I like the new Space Wolf specialist attachment I can take from the Vigilus book. It allows me to do a 3d6
I love that
charge.
new once the guy makes a charge, everyone within 12 of him now gets 3d6 charge that has that keyword. Yeah, that is awesome.
I think it's just
who is that?
I think it's just a unit.
I'm pretty sure it's any friendly unit.
Well, because it's a stratagem. You gotta do the stratagem, and you can only do that stratagem once per phase, and then you're just picking a unit that's affected.
Yeah, I thought it was a bubble that affected more than one unit. I don't have it in front of me. Otherwise,
I got it right here. Double checking. Use a stratagem if a stalker pack you can make charge. Pick another friendly stalker pack unit. Yep. So it's just one unit. It's only one command point, and it lets you leapfrog somebody for sure.
That's not as cool.
It's definitely not as cool, but it's not. It's fun too. It's one command point to get the ability.
It's one command point for the upgraded banner for Bloodletters.
Sure.
And there's no stipulation besides buying your banner, which you already want because of morale.
Yeah, in this case, I took the Wolfguard Battle Leaders to do it. Took 3 of those on Thunderwolves, so that'll be pretty fun.
Take them.
Let's see. I'm not gonna. Kat says, anywho, I'm sure there will be even more changes in there.
Well, the Sisters Codex is in the
Necron almost always win.
There's lots of cool things. Lots of stuff that needs to be FAQ'd. A local diehard Sisters player that actually is, I think, #2 for all Sisters players around here. He had a lot of questions because certain units were not in their beta codex, but was in last year's chapter approved, and then some units were still in the index. So he was just like, well, where do I pull rules from at this point? Yeah. Lots of questions. And their active fates and all their new special abilities. It's like, all right, what's the order of operations for that?
I feel that.
I haven't looked at it, but seems like a reasonable thing to ask, especially with a revamp on such an old faction.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't dove into it myself, but he was kind of up in arms about it, and all he plays is sisters.
SOB.
And I agree with Ice Wolf. More Space Wolf battle reports for 40k.
Yeah. More than 8 models, huh? Okay, I'll try.
So wait,
I think
James,
that's him just saying no kill team.
why did Chaos Space Marines end up on the losing end of the stick in chapter approved? What exactly happened?
Well, the way they're on the losing end is because their units that got nerfed have been like continually getting nerfed. So what made them like a legitimate like bring in the beginning was like great, awesome, and like now it's like they're so far down the totem pole of a possibility that now you have to think of other things. And because Chaos Space Marines only have cultists in this predicament of like these really still shitty Chaos Space Marine units, or you're taking cultists either in minimum of 10 because you don't want to pay the tax, but then you're stuck with not enough screen to keep your characters alive that actually do the damage. Now, if you go into the route of heavy vehicles, then all your good stratagems go away because those more work on infantry units.
Interesting.
So it's just like they took away all the tools that Chaos had. So now you're just like this mixed grab bag where everything's equal, but nothing's good because it doesn't synergize together.
Sounds exactly like Chaos.
Yeah. Demons got it good right now, though. I mean, you can build an amazing demon list over and over and over again, especially with Slanesh. I mean, them going down to 6 points. Their new Herald's only 80 points. Dude. And then the fact that the way they changed Fiends, like now they can be in bigger units and every 3 gets like a special upgraded one, like a Sergeant for the Fiends, and they have multiple wounds. And with that one new Herald basically given a reanimation, you can use it on those multi-wound models. So
I know you can't feel it, but I'm shaking my head.
What?
Shaking my head.
I'm shaking my head at all this.
But
The reanimation for Slanesh.
Hey, man.
OP.
Well, it's not that it's OP. It's just it allows them their delivery system that's needed for their troops because their troops aren't very good on the ground. They're just shot off the board. So you get those higher wound models or things with multiple saves. Like you can have Fiends that have multiple wounds, a higher toughness. You can give them a feel no pain, and they have their invul. So they're more survivable. And then you have a chance to bring one back if they don't completely like kill the unit. And what that allows you to do is get yourself in a position so now you can deep strike everything you need to get into combat. And once everything's in combat, you're tying everything up because you swing first. If your Fiends get in there, they can't leave combat. And like they changed the rules, so now you just can't leave. There's no test or anything. If you're within an inch of them.
Turn your hacks off, bro.
So there's no shooting, but that's where this awesome new Herald comes into play because it has like a super las cannon.
Oof.
And it's only 80 points. So it's like you get this dope character that has all these cool rules, plus it has like a free las cannon on it. So it all comes down to just not getting shot off the board till all your stuff gets in there. And when you mix the gods with like Nurgle to get the Plague Bearers so you can make them neg 1 to hit with a 5-up, 5-up, that keeps you around long enough to bring in all your Slanesh stuff, to tie stuff down. And then you can call in all your Khorne stuff that just finishes everything off because it's going to be coming in at strength 6 with neg 3 AP doing double damage on 5s. Because you'll throw it in with the Skull Taker, who gives you +1 to hit, or +1 to hit, and every 6s, or is it +1 to hit, +1 to wound? I don't know, but it's a way to make it so that every 5s are doing double damage. So you have 5s and 6s doing 2 damage apiece, everything else doing 1 damage. Strength 6 with neg 3 AP, it's nasty. So that's where Bloodletters like remove everything that the Slanesh just held into place.
You see, Gordito Spree just hooked us up, man. We just got 15 viewers, and he threw us 5 bones. That's awful.
Yeah,
nice,
Gordito.
Appreciate you, brother.
How do you throw 5 bones?
Still think the guys that write chapter proof first go to Games Workshop stock haul.
Yeah, I agree. They're definitely just trying to sell some models.
Oh, yeah. No, I thought, like, that's so funny. Like, what's the best way that we can make everybody happy while making them still buy more stuff?
Drop all the points.
And it's like for the most diehard fans that already have a bunch of stuff, they just like, oh yay, win. But for people that don't have stuff, or even people that have a lot, are still going to want or need more because they can afford it in their points there. So it's definitely a money grab. But at the same time, we don't even think about it. It's just like, yeah, we get more.
Dude, immediately just makes me think, well, not going to spend any more money. Got to wait till the next book. Every time, man. Because like I have this army that's just like Chaos Space Marines that was kind of good, and there's always something better on the horizon. It gets nerfed, and now I'm waiting for the next thing.
Ooh, I was just something I'm excited about. I was getting ready to try to see if Fate Weaver went down in points, but I'm excited about the
those big guys went down in points except for Scarbrand.
I was curious how much. I am excited about the 8 for the Tau. That's gonna be fun as shit. I was looking into that. And it's like I get 7 characters. I mean, okay, it's 1120 in points. 1,120 points. 8 characters, one of them being a Riptide. It's fun because they're the Far Side Enclave. You get a character broadside. I mean, like you get a bunch of shooting that gets to hide behind the character rule. So I was just like maxing out drones just to be able to you can't target any of my guns just sitting there behind all these shield drones. It's disgusting.
That's so gross.
It's pretty fun. I haven't got to try it, but I'm excited to.
That's why I love Slanesh.
I gotta play
never leave,
against
never shoot.
your army with my army.
I'm gonna shoot it dead, and then I'm gonna overwatch you with everything.
Terrifying.
Dude, that's one thing that I feel Chaos demons need. Is something to mitigate an Overwatch. If they had something like that, man, it'd be amazing. Because all their stuff is like, if you're at 20 or more, you get this special bonus. And then your power level goes up when you go 21. So it's like, man, I want to save on those command points. So I keep them at 20. But if you lose one in Overwatch, your whole bonus goes away. So if they had a way to negate that Overwatch, ooh, it'd be so strong.
Mm-hmm. Well, here we go. Chaos Demons. Trying to see that Fate Weaver. Ooh, Bellicor 240. That's I thought he was like 350 almost or something. He was expensive.
Yeah, he was.
Blood Crushers went down. I love Blood Crushers.
Oh, dude, Blood Crushers are new heat. Again, it becomes a power level problem though, because you start them on the board, they're still not survivable, so they're gonna get shot up. Oh, and then if you deep strike them, they're gonna be 2 command points, a deep strike, then an extra one for the banner.
I'm gonna try to show the camera my corn here. It's all on a tray. Maybe I can do this.
Because I've definitely been playing around with some Blood Crushers. They get a lot more attacks, real survivable. They're good to jump from combat to combat, utilizing that attack again strategy. But when you think about it's going to take you 3 command points to deliver those Blood Crushers, and then 3 command points to make them fight again, that's 6 command points for 1 unit. It's too hard pill to swallow.
I got a lot of Blood Crushers, James.
Yeah, I wish there was a way to play them properly.
That was all old school pewter. Shit was heavy. I'm worried about it.
No, chicken bone. I'm just a little further south than you, man. We don't hear of no such open play. You go play with your 20-sided dice somewhere else.
Open play. Don't be mean to chicken bone.
I'm not being mean to chicken bone.
How about them broadsides, though? Yeah. Hey, Eric. I hadn't caught you on here too many times. Thank you for shouting out there. Man, fluffy but unoptimized loadouts. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But at the same time, it's like, damn, that's a lot of characters, dog. I at least want to try it. I mean, maybe there's some way that it'll work out, Oh, is that Tumby? Tumby jumped in. Hey, brother. The 8 does sound sick. Everyone in the competitive podcast has been kind of bashing it, but yeah, that's okay. In Green Bay, we got a lot of competitive play. Tumby. Nice. Yeah, so I'm excited about I'm excited to play. I got to look at Chaos. I've been itching to play that as well as of late. And wouldn't mind pulling out some Zinch as well, but particularly Corn, man.
Dude, I think there's still some nasty combos in Zinch. They just didn't get the love as like Slanesh did with Chapter Proof.
Sure.
Because like they're really good with shooting. I mean, having nice big blobs. Really hard to get away, especially if you have the points to keep them around, and having the changeling there to keep that feel no pain, and it's like it's automatic. Yeah, they can be powerhouses. The only problem is now that you have boys that can get you turn 1, it's like you'll never utilize that shooting if all you have is Slanesh.
Yeah. Yeah,
No, not Slanesh, but Zinch. Sorry, I have Slanesh on the mind.
Icewiff was asking about the show. I just want to make one more call out to, yeah, we just started a Monday night talk show. Our first episode was this week, episode 2, upcoming Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and James and I and whoever else jumps on, we'll be talking mad 3D printing stuff and everything Table Top Alchemy related, our 3D printing company.
Icewiff, don't worry. I'll get a photon here eventually.
Yeah, I'm definitely stoked on some broadsides for sure. I'm just looking at Tumby's meshes there. Just all around, Tau is exciting. Crisis Suits went down 12 points, so that definitely. I've been wanting to play Crisis Suits for a hot second. Again, it's like it almost feels like it's not. It's better than it was, but at the same time, everybody got points dropped, so it almost feels.
Except
like
for me.
Feels like a trap. Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't believe some of my list how much they went up in points. I was like expecting, oh, this ain't gonna be too bad, and I was like, oh, this is crushing. I just lost the Demon Prince in all my armies.
Oof. Oh, that's usually like the thing you're trying to squeeze in. If it doesn't squeeze, you're not happy, kind of thing.
Yep, exactly. I'm not happy right now, George. Like, there's tournaments coming up that's gonna be before this next book comes out, and I'm just like, man, I don't have enough time and too many commissions to even think about making a demon army. So it's like I gotta either play my shitty shit or not play at all.
Yeah.
So playing my shitty shit, but I'm gonna make them pay. I'm not going down that easy.
Good luck. Good luck. What we got here? Yeah, I'm not sure about Crises, but what do you think about this? Tumby's posing a pending question.
Oh shit! He's gonna pull out the middle finger.
Oh. I'm holding my tongue right now from talking about Kill Team.
Dude, Carson just dip out slowly and quietly?
He just like silent. Dude, I dropped like 200 points on my Necron list. I need more models. Yeah, so Icewiff does play Necron, so okay. I was wondering.
Yeah, and see, the Necron guy left quietly.
We
weren't talking enough Necrons, he's out of here.
I'll film a video to send it to you. How fast is Nice. Yeah, apparently, Termies are definitely a whole army based around them. I don't think so. Even though, people were hype about Grey Knights getting a big point drop. But
dude, Terminators are still in play, man. They're not dead. The thing is you have to rely on one unit, and you have to play them smart. And, like, if they know that unit's coming, it's easy to counter. So it's not like you can just like grab them and play them. You have to be very smart. It's almost like boxing. You got to like set up your punches. You got to walk them into your traps, because if you drop Terminators in someone's backfield and they're not expecting it, man, you can wreak havoc on people by pinching them. The problem is with 8th edition compared to 7th edition is you have to bring them in by turn 3. Otherwise they're dead. So like you don't get those openings now that everything has to wait a turn to come in.
Yeah, totally.
Turn
unless your orcs was the jump.
In 2 turns, you can't bring them in, and it sucks.
That's where the jump is so powerful right now. I don't gotta wait,
dude. That's where I think Necrons can rock, man. If they do Tesla right and have their dark matter crystal, you can screen something out where they did jump you. You take some damage, but then you're just gonna like teleport away, and you left them out in the open away from their psyker, and just can pick them apart.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, I see a lot of combos out there right now. Just not for my army. It's so sad.
Yeah.
As a competitive player, it just makes me want to buy another army, or just give up on GW altogether and just paint other people's shit.
I'll just play Kill Team, dog.
No.
You know what slaps way harder and for half the price in Terminators? Wraith Blades. Connor slapped my army slowly with 10 of them last night. Yeah, they can be gross, especially with all those buffs.
So, speaking of Kill Team, I got into Adepticon Kill Team.
Yes, that happened this week.
So I will be playing Adepticon Friday evening from 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock p.m.
I can't wait to make some new Adepticon content this year. There is the old thumbnail from the past. You seriously all should go check out the Space Wolves Adepticon video. That's a good time watching all of us party out there. Yeah, I can't wait for Adepticon this year, and it's just right around the corner. We are working hard now to try to get ourselves a spot as a vendor there to be able to represent Warp Charge and Battlegrounds, maybe even some Dark Bunny creative. It's in the motions right now. Man, yeah, I've been having a good time with Commander. I gotta say, I just want to throw up this picture because it's so cool. This is my latest and greatest Kill Team Commander orc list. I'm planning on probably playing this weekend. After playing the Grey Knights and Tyranid game with Chris and having so much fun with the Fortitude specialists, I decided to max out Fortitude on this War Boss just because James painted these really sick Shadespire orcs. I'm running them as commandos. They're not 40k models, but they're going to be a boss knob commando and a regular boss knob and a regular commando. The one in the middle will be veteran, and the two on the sides will have some guns. I'm excited because the Fortitude guy is he's just really tough to kill. I took him up to level 4 and took the upgrade that instead of taking an additional ability off of your specialist tree, that you pick a level 1 from a different one. So he's going to have up to level 3 Fortitude capability, and then also a level 1 strategist to be able to gain me an additional command point each turn. So I'll have a level 3 Fortitude plus 1 additional command point each turn, which is going to be sweet. But yeah, looking forward to being big and beefy and running up in people's face and trying to murk them. It's fun having a very small elite kill team with all of your points going into your commander, and just having this one boss hog dude running around scaring the hell out of everything. Oh yeah, those once loyal is going to be at the tournament Saturday. He says he's worked out a situation on that 15-inch flamer.
Ooh,
that thing is so gross. That is the level 3 logistics specialist. And Eric's asking, is this on Twitch? We've been filming the tournaments we've held at Battlegrounds. Here's the flyer for the one that's coming up. I've been wanting to edit them and post them as I did the same way that we made the videos for Nova Open, which have been pretty popular if you want to watch me play kill teams in the Nova Open. That was some pretty cool videos that people enjoyed the way it was overdubbed. It's a loud, noisy environment in the game store, and it's just definitely you can get a more enjoyable piece of content if I edit it up and it kind of overdub what went down in the battle report. So something in motion. I still have to edit the Tumby Chronicles. I have one more kill team match to edit for the Tumby Chronicles of his training, and then there's the tournament where Tumby actually won the tournament. And that was our last kill team event when Tumby was visiting from New Zealand. I also have to edit our 2 versus 2 match. That was Tau versus the Tyranids. That was pretty cool. I think it was Tyranids we fought. No, it was Eldar.
Oh, no, Tumby's still here. George takes all the credit for your win.
Tumby wouldn't be anywhere without me. Isn't that right, Tumby? Man, I did it so much. Like, I just pretty much like tortured the dude, man. Like, you know, it's like wake up and slap him in the face, be like made him like pick up dice before his feet hit the ground, kind of stuff.
Made him eat raw eggs.
Yeah. I was like, what modifies the injury roll? And then I'd make him eat eggs. Oh man. Well, we're quickly. I see Chris laughing. You think that was funny, Chris?
Dude, he's dying over there.
That was good, wasn't it? You fucking Disco Inferno. It's fucking crazy.
Make him climb the stairs. Of course, dude. He took a trip straight to Philly for it.
Yeah, dude.
We had to bring the Kiwi all the way to Philly just so he could climb up some stairs and look at the pollution.
Well, hell, bro, you forged me. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, forged him into a champion. Tell him, Tumby. It was amazing. I gotta finish the Tumby Chronicles. No, like he flew in. His like plane was like hella late, and it was like 1 a.m. I was like, all right, let's get started. Hope you're not hungry because we're going straight to gaming. I got some pizza. Oh, sorry. You don't like cheese. It was bad. Yeah. Anyways, so last week I challenged James to a finale bat match. We need a bat match. We need to fight, dude.
Dude, I don't have my tablet on me, bro.
Dude, I told you. You said you'd be ready. Once again, friends, you all heard it. Gordito Spree, you heard it. I challenged him last week. He said he'd be here, ready with bells on.
Dude, it's all right. All my dads in like watching, they understand. When you got a 4-year-old, it's no longer your tablet.
I'm just saying, like 1-0.
Dude, take it on my 4-year-old.
I will. I'm gonna beat him. So I'm kidding.
I think you can take it, George.
I probably kick me in the nuts or something. But dude, you
Dude,
forfeit.
he's got my genetics. He's got you.
I believe it. I'm just saying. I win. Yeah, Gordita said it's on the books. 1-0. Ha. He didn't come prepared.
It wouldn't be 1-0.
You could play on your phone.
1-0.
You could play on your phone, dog. Pull it up.
I do not have it on my phone, and I would not resort to the phone over the tablet. You're just gonna have to wait, George.
Yeah, Ice Wolf said no excuse. Chaos has let him down in chapter approved and on champions. Yep. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, nice. Thanks, Tumby. Tumby highly recommends my training. I'm actually going to get to go see. Oh, George got 3 points, dog. You got a lot more than that, but I'm still.
Dude, it's pointless to even count, bro.
No,
I guess
counting.
you got to give the peasants their credit when their credit's due.
I'm counting, motherfucker. I'm winning.
You're winning?
Yeah.
He's got to learn math all over again. I thought that's a universal language, bro. You can't even blame it on like not having proper culture.
I'm currently winning. I am a winner.
More like a wiener.
Speaking of getting to meet some folks, I'm stoked to. One, we got a message this week from a random person that moved to Richmond and saw Warp Charge Gaming, shouted out to link up and play games. That's dope. I invited him to the tournament going on this weekend, and then tomorrow I'm going to get to meet Gordito Spree for the first time, and we're going to roll some dice, play some Blackstone Fortress and some kill teams. So that's super freaking cool. Pretty excited about that. And I'm disappointed I'm not whooping James's ass right now to show you guys all how much I was going to do that. It's all right. It's all right. I was prepared.
Yep. That's what you got to do as a champ. Keep him guessing. Keep him guessing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, Gordito. I'm excited to play some Blackstone, man. It's going to be cool. I want to see what goes down, and it'll be kind of cool. A little co-op action. I like the idea of maybe getting hopefully some random passerbys will be like, I want to go on an exhibition. I want to discover the strongholds and the secrets of the hidden vault and the Darkstone Fortress. And we'll be like, come on.
Bring your D20s.
Pick an explorer out. Yeah, let's roll on the event.
I do apologize, gentle sirs, but I have to be getting out of here.
Chris, we'll see you, man.
Not enough Nid talk to keep Chris around.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Catch you later, bro.
Take fun seriously, gents.
George hasn't got a basement. George got the attic.
Hey, I'm gonna soon we'll be posted up in Battlegrounds before you know it. By early next year, we'll be literally moving the studio into Battlegrounds. So won't be before too long that that's where we go to meet and play, and you can stream. Chris, oh my God.
How do we get rid of him?
I don't know. Boot this motherfucker.
You can kick him. Kick his ass.
I don't know how to kick him. There we
Dude,
go.
just kick him.
Mute. Anyways. Yeah, soon we'll be just playing all up in the store there, and people can get their cool goodies they want to get from Battlegrounds and hang out with us, and it'll be sweet.
Super sweet, bruh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, kill teams, Adepticon, 40k, chapter approved, FAQs, fucking Tabletop Alchemy, new shows.
Don't let people rules bully you, even through the podcast interwebs.
Right? Don't let your friends bully you by blindly following other bullies. Talking to you, Ollie.
Yeah. So do you want your plane back? Or you still want me to paint it?
Yeah, you want your bullshit?
Lou Bangs.
There was a change to boots on the ground that I know Mitch is going to talk about a little bit later.
The big thing, though, is the change to boots on the ground. Boots on the ground has been changed so that if you kill everything else on the table,
All right, cool.
and you
I had to play the chapter proof thing again because it was funny.
I don't even hear it.
Oh, they hear it, James. It's on mute for us.
Oh man.
That's the thing. But
Right.
yeah, Shadizo jumped in. Question: how much would you charge for Gilliman painted? He's asking about Gilliman painted. We have Gilliman painted.
We do have a Gilman painted.
Dude, he's ready to go.
Dude.
Magnetized and everything. But he's special.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's tough. You should, but yo, you should hit us up, Shadizo, at admin@warpchargegaming.com. Admin.
Or find us on Facebook. We're
Or
pretty
find us on
open
Facebook.
and friendly.
Yeah, just give us a holler. We'll talk offline. Get you hooked up with James there, the masterful painter.
Yeah, I'm pretty booked though until about Adepticon now. People fill those spots pretty quickly.
Hell yeah. It's got a Space Wolf board to make too. I know that. What's up?
Yeah.
Gellerpox, Space Wolves. And that shit's almost done. Plus, you got to paint some Black Templars for yourself.
What's this about a new Bloodthirster?
New Forge World character model.
I don't know anything of this.
Wolves for the win. Yeah, Space Wolves.
Dude, you actually do your Space Wolves too much shame. You don't play them nearly enough to call yourself a Space Wolf player, George.
That's bullshit.
You need to play more Space Wolves. I think Ice Wolf agrees.
I played Space Wolves Index.
I think
the championships.
Mr. Bangs agrees.
Dude, I'm ready to play some more Forge World. Everybody's like, oh, George just wants to play Kill Team, and they never hit me up anymore. So I got to make like all these new friends, and I'm meeting them through playing Kill Teams. I love Kill Teams.
Dude, all your friends that we used to play 40k with because you started playing Kill Team, they still play 40k just without you.
Yeah, they just play without me, dude.
Yeah, because you're not on the 40k bandwagon
They
anymore.
don't even hit me up. Yeah, it's boring.
See, Ice Wolf agrees. Shame.
George, I'm challenging your wolves. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay. All right. Ryan from Those Once Loyal just challenged the wolves. There we go. Cool. I just made a new chapter proof Space Wolf list despite all the haters. Ice Wolves excited. We're doing it. Let's figure that out. Let's figure that out, dog.
There you go. And Those Once Loyal was gonna whoop your ass because you don't play wolves nearly enough to know your damn army. He'll do it with the Grey Knights. He'll take someone else's Grey Knight army and whoop you with them.
He's bringing Death Guard. He's screwed.
Dude, he's gonna 15-inch flame your asshole. It'll feel like you just ate Taco Bell.
Okay. I'm sure Gordito's laughing.
Dude, he knows all about the Taco Bell feeling. Look at his name. Look at his name. He goes on a spree.
All right. Well, cool. You're going down, my buddy, good friend, Ryan. I will destroy you. Yeah. I wish you'd think my wife would know that I'm on a live show at this point.
No, dude.
She's fired, man. She's fucking fired.
They always forget, man. It can be the same day every day for years to come, and they will still forget. Don't you expect this?
I do now. Ella, it's in my name. Oh, man. Well, we're starting to ramble at this point, my friend. That Forge World preview, the guessing game, looks like some wolves. That's a nice matchup. My friend also plays Death Guard. Excellent, excellent. Everybody's excited. So we got a bat rep proposal coming up. It's going down. It's good to see some recent faces returning. It's good to see Shadizo again. Lou Bangs, haven't caught that name very often. It's good to have you though. And we got Ice Wolf, of course, from the Netherlands. I know it's late as hell over there. Thanks for either waking up early or staying up late. Those Once Loyal, awesome YouTube channel and friends here in the Richmond, Virginia area. Appreciate my homie there. Look forward to seeing you Saturday for the tournament. Eric Palomer, awesome dude, friendly gentleman. Glad to have you. We had Kat from Aptify Miniature Artistries jump in. We had Tumby, Chicken Bone. Can't forget Chicken Bone. Gordito Spree, of course. We got big love for all you guys for sure.
We had Suchi Newland in here.
Yeah, we had Comet Death Wolf.
There's people from all over, man.
Yeah, people are saying hi. And
feeling the love. You can give us more money if you want, though.
Oh, come on. I mean, it's true, but let's not be too bad. YouTube takes a lot of it anyways, but we really appreciate y'all. And eventually, we do plan on funneling a way for us to help each other, or we're going to come up with more content, more exclusive ways, giveaways, working out deals with our sponsors to be able to provide some sweet support for your support.
I'm going to give you a little secret for those that stuck in this long. We're looking for ways to get around the damn GW advertising of 15%. As soon as we can get around that, we got you guys. Got you hooked up on the super discounts.
Yep. You should be able to get all your gear on the great deal, especially if you're helping us help you. So there's lots of stuff coming, and maybe there'll be some painted Gillimans and things of that nature coming soon. But yeah, really appreciate everybody. And WCG fans for live, dudes. Yeah, nice, man. I will be back in Arnold voice. Nice. Make a shout.
Much love. Keep taking fun seriously. Check us out on Monday.
Get some Tabletop Alchemy on. Anyways, love y'all. Appreciate you. Take care. Keep thinking fun.